Cassie Carli, who's been missing now for about a week. We discovered her
Just froze.
body while executing a search.
Oh my god, I can't do this stream. All right, guys. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We're gonna get the press conference going here. I was some issues with the previous link I was using, but I got WFLA here, so we'll start it from the beginning. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Wasn't planning on coming in this weekend. I was gonna take the weekend off, but there's been a lot of updates going on with this. So and this guy was arrested. Marcus, the guy we've been talking about all this time with regards to Cassie Carli. What's up? Welcome. If you guys give me a like on the way into, I would appreciate that. Subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, all that good stuff. And I'm going to send a link to Dad's set so she could join. So, yeah, we're going to get started. What's up? Hope you guys are doing well.
So Cassie Carli, who's been missing now for about a week.
Let me bump the volume up for you guys too, because it's kind of low. The the audio over there is pretty low. Let's see.
We discovered her body while executing a search warrant.
Her body was discovered?
It was in a barn.
Hold on.
From the state attorney's office. So Cassie Carli, who's been missing now for about a week, we discovered her body while executing a search warrant in Alabama. It was in a barn in a shallow grave. So it's not the ending that we wanted, obviously, but we're hoping to provide a little closure for the family. And also, as you know, as we reported earlier, the suspect is currently in jail in Maury County, Tennessee, on charges of tampering with evidence and giving false info reference missing persons investigation. Our major crimes unit, I can tell you this, I've never been more proud of them. They've served multiple search warrants in multiple states, traveled over 1,500 miles in a week searching for evidence in reference to this crime. So I want to thank them, but I also want to thank FDLE, FBI, Fish and Wildlife, Tennessee Highway Patrol, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, Alabama Investigation Division, St. Clair County SO, Alabama, Springfield PD, Alabama, Walton County, Bay County, and Okaloosa County for their assistance. That tells you how far out this went. We're just proud that we've got this guy in custody. Obviously, more charges will be pending.
I was surprised it took all this time with everything that we had. I mean, maybe they were just watching and maybe this was part of the plan. Maybe this was just strategy. I don't know. I mean, at least he's arrested. The baby daddy. Yes. Marcus. We're going to talk about it a little bit after the presser. And I'm going to bring in Dad's set behind the scenes to talk once we get over this presser, just some of the details. But a lot of things have been pointing to this guy. Like it's so blatantly, like the family's been like screaming almost at the top of their lungs, like it's Marcus, you know? And when he was arrested in Tennessee, I believe.
Depending on the autopsy, which will occur tomorrow.
The daughter is in DCFS or whatever it's called, custody.
Morning. If you have any questions in reference to extradition or charges that will be pending on him, I'll defer to the state attorney.
Horrible, right?
So do you have questions? Yes.
Do you guys know how she was killed?
No. The autopsy will reveal that tomorrow, hopefully.
Has he been cooperative with this investigation?
Absolutely not.
They said, has he been cooperative with the investigation? Absolutely not. The audio is kind of crappy. I bumped it up as much as I could for you guys.
No.
What was the tip or what was the information that led you guys to this place in Alabama? Are you guys revealing where she was found exactly? Or?
No. How we found that location either right now. So you got to remember it's an ongoing investigation. So we can just tell you that we had information that led us to that place. We got a search warrant and we.
So Alabama, where her body was found?
discovered the body.
I'm sorry, you may have said, but her body was found overnight or this morning, or?
It was found yesterday evening.
Is the shed connected at all to Mr. Spanavilla?
You guys hear it okay? All right.
It is in a roundabout way, but we can't get into that either. But he does have a connection to the property.
Are you able to say if the body was found like out in the open or covered or anything like that?
No, a shallow grave.
Regarding the previous charges, can you get it all into what evidence he tampered with and what evidence he might have destroyed?
Yeah, it was in reference to the victim's phone. He took her phone and basically got rid of it. So.
Were you guys able to ever locate the phone?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Where?
We're not going to go into that one.
So they located the phone?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Basically got rid of it. To the victim's phone.
Might have destroyed?
Yeah, it was in reference to the victim's phone. He took her phone and basically got rid of it. So.
Were you guys able to ever locate?
And they've been looking for that. Remember, they found her purse. I think it was in the vehicle, right? Purse in the vehicle, and the phone's been missing. And so this guy, and this kind of takes me back to the text messages, which we're going to get into after this too. You guys remember the text messages where the family was saying they don't believe those messages came from Cassie. The messages when her father was texting her, and the response that he got back was, "My car's broken down, my cell phone's acting up," or was it car trouble? Oh yeah, car trouble and phone trouble at the same time. Bizarre. And they just said that wasn't like her. It didn't make any sense. So this dude had the phone.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Where?
We're not going to go into that one.
And how did he lie to investigators? What did he lie about?
He lied a couple of times, actually, in different scenarios, but what was the exact thing?
We just uncovered clear and convincing evidence that the information he gave us was materially false.
Yeah.
That we read or confirmed.
How did police encounter him yesterday? Was this during a traffic stop or?
Yeah, actually, our detectives went to Tennessee and got with the Tennessee Highway Patrol and Bureau of Investigations, and they did surveillance, found him, and took him down on a traffic stop and arrested him.
So obviously, Thursday, when you guys had the other press conference, it was clear that he was a suspect or a person of interest. You guys were keeping tabs on him.
Right.
And do you feel like he was on the move and a flight risk? Do you think he was trying to leave or hide or?
Well, I can't speak for his thought process. I can tell you this: he was totally uncooperative. He never cooperated at all with us, and that goes a long way. I mean, you think about it: it's your baby's mother, and she's missing, and you're not going to cooperate with authorities. That's kind of telltale.
At this point, you know, may have said it to me, but the child, where is she? And I know she's safe, but is she back with family? Or is she still in custody?
Not yet, but we're working on that as we speak. But yeah, she's been checked on by the Tennessee Department of Children and Families, and she's safe.
I know you said he wasn't cooperative. Is he speaking now that her remains have been discovered?
No, all he said was lawyer. That's all he said.
And just history with this department or any other that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
In terms of extradition, when can we expect him back here, or is he fighting that?
Mark?
Obviously, he's in Tennessee right now. We will know very shortly as to whether he's going to waive extradition. If he does not, we'll have to submit paperwork to the governor's office and do a governor's warrant.
And that could take up, that could be a process?
It can be a process. Usually we have about 30 days to do it. But we should know within the next couple of days as to whether or not he's going to fight extradition. So if he is not waiving extradition, it will take a little longer. But it's a pretty routine process going through the governor's office.
And at what point will he, I know you said the charges will obviously be upgraded. Will it be once he gets back here, or it could be before then?
At this point, as the sheriff said, the autopsy is likely going to be tomorrow, which will reveal a great deal more. As soon as we know more, we will file the appropriate charges. And we've been in consultation with the DA's office in Alabama. And as soon as we know more, we'll figure out what to charge and where to charge it.
Do you guys believe he acted alone?
Yes.
Yes.
Was he alone at the time of his arrest yesterday?
Yes, he was. Yeah. And, as for extradition, when you say, will he waive extradition, You know, since we've been dealing with him, he's been acting like a dirtbag. I don't see that changing.
Tracy says there was a photo of his truck and the truck trailer at the place they were supposed to meet up. Yeah, I'm going to show that to you guys. Dat sent me a bunch of images and links. Thank you for letting me know. We're going to take a look at that. It is pretty interesting, kind of eerie to see that trailer there. I guess, you know, I don't know. Is that where he did something? Did he put her in there? You know, I don't know.
So I'm sure there'll be an extradition process. So.
Do you have any history of Cassie complaining about him or any domestic incident history involving him?
I was told by somebody that she had applied for a DVI before. But I don't have specifics. I don't.
And just another question, the conditions of Sailor, was she unharmed, completely safe when you saw her last, and does she remain so?
Well, we never saw her, but the Department of Children and Families in Tennessee that she was unharmed and in a safe environment.
I know it was asked on Thursday, but do you guys believe that the little girl may have witnessed anything or possibly could provide information for the investigation?
Yeah, I mean, she's 4 years old, so I don't know that she saw anything. We don't have information yet, but, you know, her being 4 years old,
I wonder,
don't know
yeah.
how much.
A lot of people have been asking that, you know, are they going to talk to Sailor? You know, I don't know. Could they maybe get information? I think it's possible at 4. It's very possible, but I don't know either.
Info we could actually get out of her.
Did someone from your sheriff's department notify the family?
Especially if something dramatic happened in front of the child, they might be able to somehow, you know, recollect it, I guess.
And if so,
Yeah, in person, I did it this morning. So,
how did that go?
well, as you would expect it to. Crushed. I mean, it gives them some closure that they know where she's at now, but still, it's their daughter. I mean, you know, daughter and sister, and it is terrible.
Was it difficult for you to do that?
It always is. But I mean, she was a citizen of mine, so I'm obligated, and it's not something you look forward to do as a detective or as a sheriff. It's horrible.
You had said on Thursday, when asked about the investigation, that the whole major crimes unit,
Yes.
I believe you said 10 or 11 investigators, that was their sole purpose in finding
Yeah.
Cassie.
Mhm.
Talk again about that, just the fact that you guys weren't giving up and that you did find her.
Yeah, and like I said, they went over 1,500 miles in this investigation, multiple search warrants on cars, phones, houses, properties. I just cannot speak high enough about them. You know, very little sleep, traveling all over the place. We've got them in Tennessee, we got them in Alabama, Panama City, and they're all working as one team, and it came to this conclusion, which, you know, we hate it that Cassie has passed away, but it's good to get closure for the family, and it's good to keep this dirtbag in jail where he belongs.
Dirtbag.
Since her
Yeah.
remains were found in Alabama, are all these agencies still
Thanks,
going
Rose.
to aid with the investigation, or is it kind of just going to be?
Well, yeah, they're still helping us, and they've been a great help. Like, you know, up in Tennessee where the truck is, they're taking care of forensics up there, and they're helping us with that. And of course, the FBI and FDLE are great at offering their services as well. So it's kind of a team effort here. But we have definitely got a great case, and I think once the autopsy's done and you see the charges filed, you'll understand. But I think we have a great case, and I think he's either going to spend the rest of his life in prison or he's going to get the needle. So hopefully the needle. But
Keeping it blunt.
So you
Yeah.
said we're not able to know exactly where the child is. It's with DCF, or she is with DCF.
no, she's not with DCF. She's with the family right now. But they've
Oh, I thought that, well, maybe they,
checked the family and they checked the location, and she is safe.
oh, okay, with family. I thought it was DCFS still.
And sorry, another question coming in.
Oh, that's good.
Do you expect to be charged with murder?
Well, I'm not going to speak for the state attorney. They're the only ones that can charge somebody with murder. But after looking at what I've seen evidence-wise, I think it's, yeah, definitely.
Tomorrow, you guys think you'll have a cause of death?
Yeah, the autopsy's done tomorrow. It's going to be done up in Alabama, I think Huntsville, Alabama. And once we get the results, that will be immediately forwarded to the state attorney's office, and we'll do what we need to do.
Now, I'm sorry to be redundant, but
No.
just to absolutely confirm, this
Sure.
body has been confirmed as being Cassie's.
Well, and when I say that confirmed, it's been confirmed by a tattoo Okay, so it's not like dental records or fingerprints or anything, but it's a very, very,
You guys remember
it's
that?
a tattoo in a place that normally you don't have a tattoo, and the type of tattoo has led us to believe that this is definitely her. That and the property coinciding with, the suspect, it kind of all came together.
I wonder if it's the foot tattoo.
Haven't identified her yet, or have they?
No, the family didn't identify her. Detectives on scene identified her via the tattoo and the information the family gave us.
Lizard tattoo, right?
So
Yeah.
that's how she got identified.
This is a pretty unusual situation, it being, them doing the custody exchange in a public place. Do you have any recommendations for other family members to do the same or to go to a different location?
Yeah, well, no, public place is always good, but, time of day matters as well. If it's dark, if they're parked in a secluded part of a parking lot or something. And when I say do your exchange in public, I'm thinking, 4 o'clock in the afternoon at a Walmart parking lot, broad daylight, that kind of thing. That's what we mean when we say in public. So it's just, if you exchange kids, I would say broad daylight, a big parking lot, lots of people, that's public. Yes.
You said on Thursday that you guys were looking over surveillance video, some of it was good, some of it was bad,
Yeah.
dark, whatever. What has that been able to produce for the investigation? Are you guys still calling over that, or?
We are, and there's other things that keep coming in. We get tips all the time about, hey, he was in this store or he was here, so now we have to go there and review video footage, and so it's ongoing. Just because he's in jail, it's not over until he goes to prison. Then it's over. So we're still doing a lot of investigating. Anything else? Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate it.
Breaking news on WFLA Now.
Cassie Carli, found in a shallow grave in Alabama the day after the arrest of her boyfriend in Tennessee, the boyfriend that you just see now here on your screen. Heartbreaking update from the Santa Rosa County on WFLA Now.
So we might get back to that in a minute, but this was yesterday. Marcus got arrested, okay? And I got a bunch of messages about this yesterday. People, texting me, letting me know, inboxing me. Appreciate the heads up. Arrest of Marcus Spanalivo. Marcus Spanalivo is currently in custody. He was arrested by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations and Tennessee Highway Patrol in Lebanon, Tennessee, where he is being held on the following charges: tampering with evidence, which I believe they mentioned was, I guess, the cell phone giving false information concerning a missing persons investigation, and destruction of evidence, which maybe that's the one with the phone. I'm not sure. Spanalivo was arrested based on the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office major crimes warrant, which was signed by a judge. Currently, this case remains an active investigation. We're cautious as to the information being released due to the sensitivity of this case. Search efforts for Cassie Carli remain underway, which we know now she's found. The mutual child is still safe. Now, I'm going to read these messages. Let's see. We got two of them here. We flip it around. Or maybe let me do something better. How about this? Just to get you guys a bit bigger screen. So for those that haven't seen it, we'll just go over this again, and then I'm going to bring in Dat Set to give some, add-on, and we can go over the pictures together that she sent. But this message here, remember, she was last seen March 27th. Last seen by Marcus. She leaves the house at around 7 p.m. She lives with her father to meet at this bar parking lot, Juana's Padego's. And so that was around 7. And then at 9:40, her father's name is Andrew. Andrew sends a message to Cassie, and he says, "Cassie, I'm trying to call you. What's going on? I'm freaking out because call me as soon as you get this message." And she replies back, well, she don't believe it's her. A lot of people don't believe it's her. The family don't believe it was her. They believe it was this guy. I'm sorry. Carl was acting up, and and I broke my phone. Marcus is working on it. I will stay at his place tonight. He's paying me money to do some stuff around the house. Sus as hell. So the car's acting up. The phone's broken. Marcus is working on it. And she's staying at his place tonight. And then he says, are you in PCB? Which that means Panama City Beach. And she says, no. The screen is jumping all over the place. Let me see if he can get this fixed and I'll call you. And he says, I'm going to sleep. I just needed to know my girls were all right. And never gets back. The other thing, this message here, this was supposedly, I believe, Cassie's sister messaging Marcus. This looks like Facebook. And they say, is Sailor with you? Please, Marcus, this is not like my sister. She has been doing great and was supposed to start a new job. I hope you will at least cooperate with the police. Let them know you have Sailor. She is now a missing person. And this is one of those stories that he gave, apparently or allegedly or whatever. Sailor is with me. She wanted to be dropped off in the middle of nowhere in Destin with Sailor. I told her I wouldn't let Sailor go to that or go like that, to give me an address and I take them to it. Yeah, cops already called me and might call again for more questions. If they do, I will. Apparently, everybody will be asking me that, so I'll just copy and paste what I told your father. So he was claiming that she wanted to be dropped off in the middle of nowhere in Destin. Let me see. Let me bring in Dat Set. Are you there? Dat Set?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Appreciate all the information you sent me. I mean, what are your thoughts on the presser?
My heart is broken right now.
Crazy, yeah.
I'm lost for words at the moment, to be totally honest with you. But it was kind of expected.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that like this. I mean, I had a feeling the outcome wasn't going to be good, but I wasn't expecting that this is what the presser was going to be about.
Oh, same. I did not expect that.
Let me ask, okay, let's start with this. Just so the pictures you sent me, these are from like Facebook. Let me put them up. Where somebody was there March 27th at this, maybe I should save these.
Somebody was at the condo up there and they took pictures that night at 7:02 and they just so happened to catch his trailer and his truck out there. And in actually one of the pictures, you can see that the trailer door is open.
Ooh, okay, let me do this. Trying to maneuver this app. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is the trailer here. Oh, and it's like open too. And this is the parking lot of the. Oh yeah, you can see the restaurant from right here. On top.
Yep.
Wow.
It's
7:01 p.m. on Sunday, March 27th. In the right-hand corner, you can see Juana's parking lot. Okay. Oh yes, this is what the woman said. I took some photographs from our condo at 7:01 p.m. on Sunday, March 27th. In the right-hand corner, you can see that Juana's parking lot. We've been informed by a close friend of Cassie's that when zoomed in on the right, you can see Marcus's truck and long trailer. Cassie is not visible. Okay, and they reported that to police.
Yep, they're still trying to get any pictures with anybody that were in the local area at this time on Navarre Beach at sunset. And if they have any pictures, to turn them into Santa Rosa Sheriff's Department.
Okay. Wow. Really unfortunate turn of events. Just horrible. I mean, and she was trying to get a lawyer with the previous GoFundMe. She was trying to get a lawyer. She was saying this guy's been abusive. He's threatened to take the baby multiple times.
Yep.
And then this picture, which was interesting that you sent me, I've heard the family reference this, that he had an old post and he was mentioning the OnStar thing with the vehicle.
Yep. To disarm the OnStar for tracking.
So this was like a post he made, and it says, clarifying, I don't really care about FM, AM radio either, but I know I need to keep something if I want it to work. All I want is the 1/8 aux and Bluetooth input is the satellite radio is built in the radio itself. I'm fine leaving it there. I'm not the type of guy that thinks that OnStar is tracking me every minute and listening to my conversations, but I do think that have the ability to know where I am and remotely do whatever they want with my truck. I just want OnStar 100% gone out of my truck. I don't care about whatever they go to, whatever they
What
go
I
to.
want to know is it the same truck that he has now as it is to this post when he made this?
Oh, it's from 2016. Yeah, I don't know.
So this was a later post, but it would be good to find out if it's the same vehicle he's had.
It's free for the first 5 years. Okay, I don't know. That's odd. Close this up. So this GoFundMe, this is the legit GoFundMe by the family. This was activated. Let me see here. The date. Somewhere at the bottom. I don't know. Oh, 2 days ago. So this is the real GoFundMe that the family did. So if you guys want to check that out, put the link down below. There was also a really good interview, which now it's kind of like, I don't know if we should watch it. I think a lot of people probably saw this already, but this was done yesterday by JB, WFLA, and with interview with the family, and they were just talking about a lot of things that don't add up with the text messages, the phone. Yeah, okay.
Because it gives a lot of good detail on their sides and feelings on Marcus.
Okay, let's do that then. People can watch.
But they're taking us here now live is the family of Cassie Carli. Now, they have been searching far and wide, looking everywhere that they can for Cassie, but they're
Corey says it's said in the corner of that post 2014 Silverado. Oh, okay.
taking some time out of their day to join us here on WFLA Now. Guys, I'll let you introduce yourself to our audience, but thanks for taking the time. And again, we're asking folks to share, to help, because she's still out there, and folks are still, of course, doing everything they can to find her. Can you speak for a moment as to who Cassie is to you after, of course, you all introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Cassie's sister, Rayanne. This is her brother.
My brother,
Tony.
Anthony.
I'm Kirsty Sullivan. I went to high school with Cassie and have been good friends for decades.
And Cassie's best friend of 25 years.
And can you put into words, each one of you, can you put into words what Cassie means to you and the person that she is?
Cassie is just full of life. She is so happy. Anyone that's been around her can just feel her energy is always just full of love and light. And she has touched so many people, not just in our family. I mean, she was the glue in our family that held us together, but in the community. She loved her city of Navarre. She loved the beach. Oh, she loved the outdoors. Taking her daughter to the beach was the highlight of her day. She would go daily if she could. She just so full and excited and hopeful for the future.
A very strong person.
So strong.
Cassie and I went to high school together, and I've seen so many people from high school come out in the last 5 days. It's fueling our fire. Like, we're not stopping until we have Cassie and Sailor home. And I have yet to meet a single person with a bad thing to say about her.
Yes.
I can't think of anybody that doesn't like Cassie or wouldn't want to hang out with Cassie because she is always cutting up and laughing. Like when I think of Cassie, the first word that comes to my mind is like joy.
And you can tell with the community rallying behind you and your family and Cassie's family and friends, just the rallying that has gone on. It speaks to how much she is loved in this community. I've been on the phone really around the clock for the last 24 hours, texting, calling, and the amount of love that has been coming through. It's just, we can hear it in your voice. Can you tell us what it was like when you first found out that Cassie could not be located? Now, again, for the audience just joining us, on Sunday night around 7 o'clock, she goes across the causeway in Navarre Beach to pick up her daughter. This was relatively normal, right, you guys? I mean, relatively normal to pick up her daughter on a Sunday night because her daughter was in her father's custody on the weekends. Do I have this correct? And then something went wrong. Can you kind of walk us through exactly what transpired?
It was every other weekend, and it was actually supposed to happen in Destin. It wasn't normal for her to be meeting him there. Sometimes, rare, maybe once or twice a year, she had met him in Navarre recently, because we understand that there's a family that would babysit often for Marcus when he had his daughter 2 days out of 14.
And for those of
And that was one of the bigger clarifications, because there were some articles that I was looking at that said it was like 50-50, but she said that he would get Sailor every other weekend, 2 days out of 14. And that supposedly he had somebody watching her too, those 2 days. Like, she's saying that this guy couldn't even take care of his daughter for the 2 days that he had her.
Of you, Marcus who was named yesterday in the press conference by the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office. Marcus is the 4-year-old daughter of Cassie's father, who is in Birmingham, Alabama. But we'll get into that here in just a few moments. There's a lot to this story. And so what was it like when did you find out, all of you, when did you find out that Cassie had disappeared, and what was that like, and where did your mind go when you originally heard the news that she was missing?
Our father, since she resides with him, he was the first immediate red flag when he 3 hours later and she still was not home, and he contacted me the next morning, still just so worrisome. And of course, I reached out to her friends. She is always in contact with her family and friends. Even during the exchange, she would have texted. So we immediately, our red flag was Marcus, because she has always had some concern for her safety in general. But we know.
I mean, she literally said, and I think they're going to get to that in a minute. She literally said that if something ever happens to me, Marcus did it. Yeah.
Cassie would have reached out to us if something was not looking right or suspicious.
Yeah, it's not like her at all. It's not like her.
So I
We
want
know beyond a shadow of a doubt she would not have left anywhere with Marcus, being in Navarre, her hometown where she grew up, and she could have called hundreds of people within a mile's radius to come and get her. Yes.
And this is
her
what
daughter
has been concerning, is because now we heard yesterday out of the mouth of the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office about her purse being located. But what do we know about her phone? Because normally somebody goes missing, the first thing you do is you call them, you text them. Do you have any idea where
We're not
her phone
sure
is?
what has happened with her phone. We know that it wasn't in the purse. We know that, we've all been calling and texting it since we realized what was started happening Monday evening. And it's gone straight to voicemail. Her text messages went from blue to green, which, if you know Apple phones, you know that means something changed that shouldn't have changed. We're really confident in the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Department. We feel like they're working really hard, and they're protecting whatever information that they may have, because it's in the best interest of finding Cassie right away and prosecuting whoever's responsible for this disappearance.
I have a lot of questions to ask in the next few minutes, because I know you guys have to go resume search efforts. You have places to be, and you're taking time out of your day to join us. And again, the reason that the family is here, folks, and friends of Cassie is here, is for a very specific reason: to get the share count up on social media and to increase exposure. Again, looking for the missing mother out of Navarre Beach, 37-year-old Cassie Carli. I want to hone in on the phone for just another second, because Cassie's father received text messages from Cassie's phone. I think it was at some point that night, and that was, I think that was a bit alarming to the entire family. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you've told me that was alarming to the entire family, correct?
Yes. That the text messages my father received from my sister's phone were nothing of typical speak my sister would have said, especially the claims of car and phone troubles at the same time. She would have walked to the nearest gas station if she had to before getting Marcus for any type of help in a situation like that.
Something else I've looked at with these text messages recently is, if you look at the way the punctuation is and the verbiage, he slips up, I believe, in some of these text messages and leaves out words like he typically does in his own text messages. It sounds like him.
And we spoke about this too a little bit. I was on Court TV Friday night. I put the link in my community tab if you want to check out their video. But we were talking a little bit because I brought up the text messages, and then I think it was the private investigator that was on there. You know, he was just saying that's very common for people, perpetrators, the killers, you know, these crazy psychopaths, to be using the person's phone and communicating to maybe family and friends, pretending, oh no, everything's fine, everything's okay, you know. And I think it was said too that the father was calling and the phone wouldn't answer. And he was trying to contact Marcus too. There was a lot of weird back and forth that Marcus was doing. Jules, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. And thank you for the new memberships. Sherry, Charlie, Bravo, Lindsay, TTD, Tracy 3. Thank you. Karina, thank you for being a member for 4 months. So much heart, ache, and horror. KTS06 says, so selfish of him. Now their baby girl grows up knowing her mom's gone because her dad.
It's so sad.
Yeah, right?
I know. It's terrible. Everything that's going on right now. My heart goes out to the Carli family, especially Sailor at this moment.
Yeah, she lost both her parents, I guess, then.
Yep.
Not that this guy was much of a parent, apparently.
That too.
Sending so much love to her daughter and family. Always on it, Mel. Thanks.
And I want to just backtrack for our audience, because I know you guys have been talking about this so much, but what you are saying is that you do not believe that the text messages about the car being broken down, those text messages that went from Cassie's phone to the phone of her father, were not sent by Cassie and
We
was
do
sent.
not.
And
We do not believe that those messages were sent by Cassie.
and who do you believe sent them?
Marcus.
Marcus.
She's been
The last
telling
person
me,
to see her alive.
she's been telling me for the last 2 years that this dude has been threatening her. He's pulled a gun out. She's worried. She's never wanted me to come around.
And he's very, I mean, obviously they're all upset, but he was kind of popping off. There was a video that Dad sent me, but the link was already taken down, and he was, you know, frustrated and kind of going off on Marcus. I think before they found out about the body and stuff, but this is her brother. His name is, I think it's Anthony Carli. So the father's Andrew Carli, and her brother is Anthony Carli, and then Rayanne.
Said, if something happens to me, it's him. And
Cassie wouldn't leave her daughter. The minute I knew that she didn't have her purse, her phone, her car, or her child, we knew. We know. We're just praying that he makes a good decision and we can find her.
I'm going to
soon.
throw up some pictures here because our commenters are asking for more pictures of Cassie so that we can spread the word and show this image and get this image out to as many places as possible. You'll also see some videos sent to us by the folks that are joining us via Zoom of the search efforts that are currently underway. Let me ask you this. A lot of questions, of course, being asked about Sailor, the 4-year-old daughter of Cassie and Marcus. And now the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office says that Sailor is safe. But I know, Ray, you and I originally communicated over Facebook because you were saying that she's not with your family. So can you just speak to for a moment?
But I guess that's outdated because I guess on the presser they said Sailor is with the family, right? That's it. Is that what they said? That's it. I don't know if you heard that portion.
Yeah, that is what they said. Sorry, there's a really bad lag between what's
is there?
between me. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to fix that. Okay. I'll fix that next time then. Thank you though. We'll figure it out.
No problem.
And for the people asking in the chat too, they were saying they were wondering where she was found. They said earlier she was found in a shallow grave Saturday evening at an Alabama barn. That's where Cassie was found.
Moment to Sailor and her safety.
Right. Sailor has been located by law enforcement and is well, but she is not
that's where
safe
they found
until
her.
she is back with us, the maternal side of her family. She lives and resides full time at my father's house with my sister. She is probably scared out of her mind, wondering where her mother is. She is not safe under his care. So we are doing everything we can with paperwork and whatnot to trying to bring Sailor back to us safely. Because until then, we cannot rest either. Until Cassie and Sailor are both back home safe with us.
I was listening very intently to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office in their press conference yesterday, and they stated that the last person to see Cassie Carli alive is Marcus. Now, what do you believe transpired in this parking lot when they met? This is supposed to be a relatively routine custody exchange. It's one child going from one parent to the other. They're meeting at this location, which maybe you can describe it better to me. We have some images here that are showing this parking lot that they met by Juana's Pagodas right across the causeway there, and how public that was. But what happened in this meeting, based on your understanding and what the community search effort has been doing their own investigating on the ground? What happened when Cassie arrives to the parking lot to pick up her daughter from Marcus? What happened there in Navarre Beach?
We still have so many questions too, honestly. The only thing we could possibly think is if he coerced her in some way using Sailor, because there's not much he could have said to convince my sister to get in the vehicle with him, to take a walk with him, any of those possibilities. Like I said, we're still unsure, but we just know that his intentions from the beginning of meeting her in that parking lot were not to gracefully hand Sailor over. Something occurred, whether she said something.
I believe the location she was found to, I thought they said Marcus had some tie to that location. And Dad said I've switched something around, so hopefully there's not much of a delay. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me see if this is...
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. Is there less of a delay now? It's fixed?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Amazing. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, good. I want to make sure. So for the future, I'll do it like this. Yeah, I thought they said he had some sort of tie to that location, but they didn't say.
I thought they did too, but I'm not gonna lie. When I heard the news of them finding her, I kind of took everything out of what was going on at that moment. So I'm not exactly sure.
Right.
I have to go
Okay.
back and relook at everything.
When was this interview? This week? This interview was over the weekend, right? Was it
Yes, this
yesterday?
interview right here was yesterday.
Wait, no. It was Friday, I think.
Which one?
The interview we were watching with the family. That was Friday, right?
Oh no, this one was Friday. Yes, I
Right,
thought
right,
it was
okay.
the little lives that I was sending
Okay.
you. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
To upset him, or he just had this planned. Honestly, he is that type of person. We have been in fear of this for a long time.
Yes.
So
I mean, we found posts of him talking about trying to figure out how to disable his OnStar in his car,
yes,
how to build a silencer. This was years ago, but I know I've never searched for anything like that. I mean, who does that? What type of person are we dealing with? Cassie would not leave her daughter. She would not leave her daughter with him if she didn't have to, if it wasn't court ordered. She would not have let him drive off with her child under any circumstances unless it was court ordered. And she should have had her daughter and been back at her father's house Sunday evening.
Yeah.
So let's now go into how Alabama is connected to all of this, because Alabama is where they found, or again, on Wednesday, going back to the timeline, is where they eventually would find Marcus and Saylor, the 4-year-old daughter, up in Birmingham, Alabama. The Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office saying that Marcus is up there at a job site on assignment, working up there. He's up there for work reasons. The Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office has said that they have communicated with Marcus. And yesterday at the press conference at the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office, they put his picture out there. They don't name him as a suspect. They don't name him even as a person of interest, but they put his picture out there. And I have it from Sergeant Eloy of the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office, who I've been in contact with, who says that they put that picture out for a very specific reason. This is the last person to see Cassie alive. What needs to be done now?
Yeah, Alicia said that we're going to court soon about unpaid child support. That unpaid child support thing, I brought it up purposefully on Court TV because Rayanne was there too, which is Cassie's sister, and she mentioned that he owed money. There was something coming up. He was supposed to pay money soon, and we're gonna see it in this video as well. The brother mentions it, that it was right before he was supposed to pay some money or something, and this happens.
All of his money was due, all the payback, I guess it was, from custody and everything like that, child support that he owed her, and for I guess lawyer fees and stuff.
Yeah, lawyer
fees.
fees.
All due or coming up due.
10K. The GoFundMe said 10K. Who knows if it's more now? That GoFundMe that I read was from August 2021, I believe. So
now, from your family's vantage point, to track down where Cassie is located and what happened to her.
we just know we want him to be seen, because we know there are also other possible individuals that have spoke with him. If you know anything, say something, please. Any tip is not too big or too small.
He works in Alabama, so we know that's where he is. And we're confident that the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Department is following the proper legal avenues to make sure that nothing is slipping through the cracks, and that we're going to be able to carry this all the way to prosecution if that's where it comes to. And so we're very confident that they're doing exactly what they need to bring Cassie home to us, and to make sure that they don't let whoever's responsible for this get away with this.
This story now starting to reach not just a national audience.
Yeah, it said that supposedly he lost his driver's license. That's what or it was like suspended or something because of that.
Yeah, he's been driving on a suspended driver's license.
But there's even publications around the world that are starting to pick up on Cassie Carli's.
That's what we want. We want the world to be looking for Cassie. She would be here if she could be, and she would help every single one of you in this exact situation. We want the world to be talking about her, looking for her, and looking at anybody else that they think could have anything to do with this.
And that's why we've activated Share to Help on the bottom of your screen. sharing this out on Twitter, sharing this out on Facebook. Again, getting these images out there to as many phones and devices and eyeballs as possible in the hopes of finding Cassie Carli. Coming back, before we let you go, we know you have only just a couple of more minutes. I bring up the national and international media attention because of how rapidly this has been evolving over the last several days. I wanted to give your family and Cassie's friends and family, everybody, just the opportunity. Is there anything that is being reported that has been erroneous? Sometimes when you have various agencies reporting on a story and they're not located here in Florida, things can get taken out of context. What do you most want to either correct or the world to know about this story as it continues to unfold?
You know, we're trying not to let the misinformation get out there. And I think I've seen a lot of people who take something from 3 days ago and are applying it today. This is a constantly fluid, changing situation that we, as Cassie's friends and family, are really just doing the best we can. Luckily, one of Cassie's great friends, Sam Graves, has passed law enforcement. It's amazing the village that Cassie has built, that have come together and are literally just putting all of our heads together and sharing and searching and thinking and praying that she gets to come home.
Yes. And I just want it to be known too that my sister was in the best place. She was so happy and hopeful for the future. And there is no reason to believe she would ever choose to do something like this on her own, ever. And she would never, ever leave her daughter, ever.
The only time Cassie has not had her child during her custody time, which is 85%, is when Marcus has taken her previously against the law, and we've had to get the law involved to get this baby back 2 weeks later.
And that was the thing too they brought up, and that's in the GoFundMe as well, that he had done this before, like taken Sailor for weeks, and they had to go through law enforcement.
This has progressed. This has been escalated, and we want this to be a lesson for every future Cassie, that this needs to stop, that this is not okay. It's becoming all too often, and we're not having it. We're not having it.
Yeah, she disappears right before he's got to pay.
We will not be quiet.
Yeah.
We will not.
Right before he's got to pay
all the attorney's fees.
Like
Child support, attorney's fees, you see?
money too. It's just sad.
What is the plan for today? I know that there have been routine search efforts going on all week, and some of the video that we'll play here, you'll see some of the search efforts. Before we let you go, where is the family? Where are you guys heading? And what is the plan as the search continues for Cassie Carli?
We're going to keep linking up with the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office, putting our heads together and searching every tip and lead that comes to us. There's nothing too small or too big that you guys can call Crime Stoppers. It's ** tips, TIPS. You can call the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Department, 911. There's nothing too small that can't be shared, because we are going to keep looking until Sailor and Cassie are home.
And is there anything, while I have you guys on the line here, is there anything that I can do? Is there anything that we here can do as far as helping spread the word? I mean, really, it comes down to, I think, the followers here and the viewers watching now, as far as spreading out this story and sharing it on social media. Is there anything that I can do, or anything that you'd like the people, the folks watching now, wherever they're watching from, to do to help out in your search efforts?
We are so grateful right now just for this coverage, but just please keep talking about it. Like JB said, like this, share this, post it, anything you see to keep Cassie's name out there. We want to be as loud as possible. We are working with all kinds of organizations, EquiSearch, all of that. Anyone we can bring in to help with any resources is great. Once again, if you know anything in that area, reach out to us. We are open to any advice, any tips that can help bring her home.
And where should they go if they have information they want to reach out to you? What's the best avenue?
Is it the Crime Stoppers?
Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Department. I think we need to go ahead and just keep giving them the direct information, especially if we think it's something linked directly to Marcus or Cassie right now.
Yes.
Crime Stoppers, if you can't get through to them, ** TIPS is a number you can text. It's anonymous. They're offering a reward.
we will have some sites up later today posted. I will make sure I give those to you as well. If anyone wants to donate to the volunteers and the search efforts and whatnot, we will be organizing all of that too today.
We're working on legal fees for Cassie.
And helping bring Sailor
We're
home.
not going to let anything financial slow this down, though.
No.
Thank you, Sandy.
Well, we can't thank you enough for taking time out of your day to join us, and I think I speak for all of our.
So that video was from Friday, but I feel like it was a good video to play because it just gives to the story and what they've been saying about this guy Marcus. You know, what their complaints and things that are off.
Yeah, everything they said, it came to light.
You sent me this picture too, which I thought was kind of interesting because I think there was one other person. There was some person I saw defending Marcus before, and then now this is another one.
Mm-hmm.
And people, we don't know who this is, but they suspect it's his girlfriend because he has a girlfriend.
Yes, he has a girlfriend apparently local to Navarre.
And so this person comes here and says, you guys literally have no idea what you're talking about. You're slandering an innocent man. He has been cooperating with the police since Tuesday morning. Sailor was located and deemed not in danger Tuesday morning. He voluntarily allowed his trailer and truck to be searched. He has nothing to do with it. I'm not going to slander the victim here, but just remember there are always two sides to every story. His domestic abusive charges were dropped, so this seems like somebody that's close to him. Maybe it is the girlfriend. I don't know, allegedly. Were dropped because her mother didn't show up for court, and Cassie admitted under oath that Marcus has never touched her. Get your facts together before you start ruining an innocent man's life. You are the issue here. It's become more about demonizing Marcus than finding Cassie. Talk about a post that didn't age well, right? Wonder what they have to say now. Let me see what else we got. That was interesting to see, though. This one.
I am going to be quiet for a minute because I was told that a statement was put out by her sister, so I'm looking for that right now.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay.
Commenters, and I'm looking at the YouTube comment section and the amount of heart emojis and prayer emojis that I'm seeing. Facebook Live as well. I think I speak for thousands watching right now that are wishing you the very best and are rallying behind finding Cassie and finding her as soon as humanly possible. So thank you to all four of you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, JB.
Thank you, JB. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
So this is the sister. Maybe this is what you're talking about, right?
She put a statement out, and then there's another one that is on the main page. I'm gonna screenshot it for you and drop it in.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, I'm sure you've heard the good news by now. They found Cassie. She was in Alabama, but I can't thank Santa Rosa Sheriff's Department, county deputies, all of them so much. Sergeant Aloy, oh my gosh. Our family is so grateful for all your hard work and dedication to my sister's case. We are astounded by how fast you helped us find her. And to the search party volunteers, oh gosh, we are so grateful. Tonight, please, we are meeting at the search party headquarters, the Blue Tent in Juanas. We want everyone to come out at sunset for, kind of just a vigil for Cassie. And, mission accomplished, you guys. Cassie is home. So everyone's efforts, I'm smiling too because I know Cassie is so proud. She loved this town. She loved this community. And it loved her back. So thank you guys so much. And as for Marcus, we all know justice will be served. It will be. Oh, Sailor, we can't wait to see you any minute now. It's a process, but she is so safe right now. She is in a home with loving people, and she is safe. And we.
I'm still not sure where exactly. I guess she's in the system, but in the well, maybe at some, maybe she's with or not family, but with a home in the meantime temporarily. I'm not sure what that means, but I guess she's in the process of being with family. I guess.
Will be with her soon. So once again, thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you. She's coming home. We'll have her soon, as you probably heard in the press conference. So I just want to celebrate my sister's life now. That's what she would want. Thank you guys so much. Come out to Navarre Beach tonight. Sunset, okay? Everyone, please. Let's celebrate Cassie. Thank you all for all your.
Melissa says you can tell she's still processing it all. That's what I was thinking too. Really rough. I mean, it's a beautiful message. And that she's, you know, thanking everybody and stuff, but it's also really sad, you know.
Your help. Thanks.
So Dad sent me the message. I'll download it real quick so I can make it bigger for you guys. And this is from the official Facebook group, right? I think this is the family Facebook group or friend Facebook group.
Yes, this is ran by the family.
Okay, it says, as you all may know, our efforts to bring Cassie home have come to a close. Please join us tonight at the water tower to honor Cassie and thank our volunteers for their tireless efforts over the past 7 days. We will begin gathering at 6:30 p.m. and light our candles at sunset. If you have any questions about the outcome of our search, please see the official SRCSO press release. Thank you all for your continued support, for your continued love, support, and prayer for Cassie, Sailor, and her family. So they're having a meeting tonight.
A candlelight visual.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anything wrong with the message at all. It's pretty sad. I don't know. I guess there's somebody somewhere in the chat. And there's people too that choose to. I think she's still processing. Who knows? But I mean, I'm sure. I can't even imagine. But there's people too that choose to celebrate people's life. You know, I had somebody message me recently that told me their family member died, but she was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have drinks. Everybody's coming down. We're gonna be celebrating." Like people look at things differently. They process differently. Maybe something comes first and something comes after. Yeah. And they seem really thankful for the help that they've gotten. So let me see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, let me get all the chats, the members chats. Cheeky Cheeks Mickey says, stay vigilant and aware, establish codes with friends and family. This is becoming a regular occurrence. It's scary as F. Yeah, Mel, great job on all you do. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Brittany Summer says, has been a member for 6 months. I thought they said she was with a family, but working on getting her back with the family because they were in contact with Tennessee children and families. I don't even know at this point. It seems like she's on the way back. I don't know.
She's on her way home.
Yeah.
They just know she's safe.
She's safe, right?
Yes. That's all that counts right now is she's safe until she gets into her grandfather's arms.
Right. And Kathy, thank you for the super chat. This strikes close to home. I live in Pensacola. She was just down the beach. Wow. Praying for her family. I have a couple of people from up North Florida, Pensacola, that area that watch. That sets from that area too. And I just want to say really quickly too. So I was on Court TV. Oops. And I put it in the community tab. And I just wanted to say thanks for all the love that people from the channel. I was looking at the comments last night and today, and I saw a lot of people going over there and showing love to me and then to them. And I thought it was like a beautiful thing.
You rocked it. You did good, dude.
It was really, I didn't know what to expect. It was kind of weird to me because they're legitimately like running a show over there. It's like they have a whole team. Somebody contacted me, and then they're like, "Here's the connection thing. You got to be on Skype, and you got to be in your phone at the same time." Some system setup that they have, and then like you're talking to the communications person. Then they're doing like a countdown. I was like, "What is going on? I don't even know what's going on." And I thought the countdown was for me. I started counting down. I was like, "Okay, I guess they want me to count down." I don't know. And then I went on. And the funny thing to me was like Vinny asking, "How do you say iCkEdMeL?" Because everybody does that, you know, like how do you say iCkEdMeL thing? But it worked out fine. I had so much to say, but I didn't realize because like it's like a panel and they're very like everything's timed. It's like the news, you know, like everything's short and everything has a certain amount of time.
Because all of this premieres on TV too.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh shit.
So they have the time slots and then they have their breaks because those are commercial breaks.
Oh.
But you rocked it.
There were so many nice comments here. Delana that went there. There was a bunch of them. I don't know where they're at now. There we go. MJ, J Designs. Your band mom. Stacy, there was a lot of love. So I was just looking, I was like, oh, that's really nice. I appreciate that. That's so kind of people. I appreciate that.
You got the support behind you.
Yeah.
You're great at what you do. Keep doing it.
And I had no idea who was going to be the guest either. So I didn't know.
I know.
Rayanne was going to be on there, the private investigator. I had no idea. All I knew was I had all these notes in front of me, and I was just like, oh my God, what am I going to say? And then once the sister started speaking, she had covered a lot of the things that I thought to bring up. So then I just had to like pack it down to like, okay, what do I think is interesting? And that's what I brought up, the money thing, which she then confirmed. But I love
that you fed off of that to get more information out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was good. It was pretty cool. So
you got your moment of fame.
No, I've been on the news before. Well, I don't know. I've never been on Court TV, but I've been on the news one time a long time ago. KHOU. We did an interview.
Nice.
Which I should probably put that video out sometime. But I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining. Condolences to the family. Such a horrible situation. I mean, I can't say that I didn't think. Inside, I was thinking this was probably going to be somewhat of the outcome. And a lot of the times, I'm careful, like when to say this person did it, you know, because one, these lawyers start coming for you. But two, it's like, you know, I don't know, people start hunting somebody down. But with this guy, I kept saying it. Like, did you guys remember when we did the other stream? This guy is suspicious. Like, this is suspicious as hell. Like, how can you not look at this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we not? It's just too many red flags. Thank you, Lindsay. Congrats. Well deserved. Love you. Thank you. Yeah. So, all right, I guess we're going to see what happens from here. And then we got to see, too, with things that are coming up. Naomi, I think, that's April 5th. That would be Tuesday. When is Naomi?
Just know we got a lot coming your guys' way.
Yeah, we do. That works too. Because I can't find the dates. I'm over here like scrambling for the dates. That works too. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Just hit like on the way out and subscribe. And this week too, we'll have a lot of things coming out. We'll see what comes. Different stories. And we'll be following to see what happens with this guy too, as far as like charges, I don't know, trial, whatever else comes with it. And just be safe, man. There's just so much craziness going out there. There was this one guy I heard briefly. I saw an article. Can't find it now. Some guy was stalking single moms on a dating app to get to their kids, I think. I can't find the thing now. I had it up.
I haven't even seen that one.
There was 2 stories like that. And I might leave it for a different YouTube video, but there was 2 stories like that, like people targeting specifically mothers, like single mothers, to get to their kids to abuse the kids. Crazy shit. There was 2 of them. So I'll leave it for another stream. We can talk about that, but just to be careful and mindful. These crazy ass people out there, you know. So, but yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, and thank you, Dad Set, for the help and the research and the information. Made things a lot smoother for me.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here.
Amazing. All right, that's it. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
All right. So that's cool. I might have that set on to help me out for particular stories. It really helps to have a backup person, and she does good work. And I appreciate that. And I was talking to her the day when I was doing Court TV. I was frantic. Amber, thank you so much for the super chat. My thoughts and prayers and condolences go out to Cassie's family. Great job on covering the case. Thank you. All right, I'm out of here, man. You guys take care. Peace. Adios.